Are you preparing for the Alberta Class 7 knowledge test? This video covers 90 essential questions taken directly from the Alberta Official Driver's Guide. Topic: Sharing the road. Watch until the end. Every question is important and could help you pass on your first try. Question 1. Who should you be careful about while driving? A. Truck drivers. B. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcycle riders. C. Both A and B. D. No one. The correct answer is B. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcycle riders. Explanation: when driving, you must be extra cautious around pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcycle riders because they are more vulnerable and less visible than larger vehicles. Question 2. How will vehicle drivers know that it is time for pedestrians to cross? A. They will see a red flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light. B. They will see an orange flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light. C. They will see a yellow flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light. D. They will see a green flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light. The correct answer is C. They will see a yellow flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light. Explanation: when drivers see a yellow flashing pedestrian-activated traffic light, they should slow down to 30 km per hour and yield to pedestrians who are crossing or waiting to cross the street. Question 3. What should you do when you see the pedestrian-activated traffic light flashing? A. Slow down to 30 km per hour and yield to pedestrians wanting to cross the street. B. Slow down to 40 km per hour and yield to pedestrians wanting to cross the street. C. Slow down to 50 km per hour and yield to pedestrians wanting to cross the street. D. Slow down to 60 km per hour and yield to pedestrians wanting to cross the street. The correct answer is A. Slow down to 30 km per hour and yield to pedestrians wanting to cross the street. Explanation: when you see a flashing yellow pedestrian-activated traffic light, reduce your speed to 30 km per hour and yield to pedestrians waiting to cross the street. Question 4. In urban areas, how do pedestrians indicate that they want to cross the road? A. They raise an arm at a right angle and point to the opposite curb. B. They raise an arm at a left angle and point to the curb. C. They wave their arm and point to the opposite curb. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. They raise an arm at a right angle and point to the opposite curb. Explanation: in an urban area, pedestrians may indicate their intention to cross a street by raising an arm at a right angle and pointing to the opposite curb. Question 5. What should you do if you see a pedestrian indicating that they want to cross the street? A. Drive off quickly. B. Slow down your car. C. Stop your vehicle safely before the crosswalk and allow them to cross. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Stop your vehicle safely before the crosswalk and allow them to cross. Explanation: when pedestrians indicate their intention to cross the street, you must stop your vehicle safely before the crosswalk and allow them to cross. Question 6. Should you pass another vehicle when you are approaching a crosswalk? A. Yes, you can pass it. B. No, you should not pass another vehicle. C. It depends on the traffic. If there is less traffic, you can pass. D. There is no rule regarding this. The correct answer is B. No, you should not pass another vehicle. Explanation: you must never pass another vehicle when approaching a crosswalk. There is always a chance that the other vehicle is slowing or stopping for a pedestrian. Question 7. What does it mean to overdrive your headlights? A. Driving so you can stop within the distance you can't see with your headlights. B. Driving so you can stop within the distance you can clearly see with your headlights. C. Driving so you can stop within the distance illuminated by traffic lights. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Driving so you can stop within the distance you can clearly see with your headlights. Explanation. Overdriving your headlights means driving at a speed where your stopping distance is longer than the distance illuminated by your headlights. This reduces reaction time and increases the risk of accidents, especially at night. Question 8. How can you watch out for children while driving in residential areas? A. Watch for them around parked vehicles, riding bikes, or playing on the streets. B. Glance under parked vehicles ahead on both sides of the road to check for children's feet, toys, and bicycle wheels. C. Both A and B. D. Just keep your eyes on the road for children. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. Explanation. Children can be unpredictable, especially in residential areas. Watch for them around parked vehicles, riding bikes, or playing near the street. Additionally, glance under parked cars for signs like feet, toys, or bicycle wheels, which can indicate a child is nearby. Question 9. When should you avoid overdriving your headlights? A. During the day. B. At night. C. Both A and B. D. You can override your headlights at any time. The correct answer is B. At night. Explanation. Do not overdrive your headlights at night. This means you should drive so you are able to stop your vehicle within the distance you can clearly see with your headlights. Question 10. What is the law regarding cyclists or passengers on a bicycle? A. Cyclists or passengers under 18 years old must wear an approved bicycle safety helmet. B. Cyclists or passengers under 18 years old can ride without a helmet. C. Wearing a helmet is optional for all cyclists and passengers. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. Cyclists or passengers under 18 years old must wear an approved bicycle safety helmet. Explanation. The law requires all cyclists and bicycle passengers under the age of 18 to wear an approved bicycle safety helmet. This rule is in place to reduce the risk of head injuries and improve overall road safety. Question 11. On which side should cyclists preferably ride? A. As close as practicable to the left curb. B. As close as practicable to the center of the road. C. As close as practicable to the right curb. D. Anywhere they prefer. The correct answer is C. As close as practicable to the right curb. Explanation. Cyclists are required to ride as close as practicable to the right curb to ensure safety and maintain a smooth flow of traffic. Question 12. What rights and responsibilities does a cyclist have when waiting at an intersection? A. Different rights and responsibilities than other vehicles. B. The same rights and responsibilities as other vehicles. C. Traffic laws and regulations don't apply to cyclists. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. The same rights and responsibilities as other vehicles. Explanation. A cyclist waiting at an intersection for a traffic signal has the same rights and responsibilities as any other vehicle. They must follow traffic laws, obey signals, and yield when required, just like motorists. Question 13. How should you change lanes when passing a cyclist? A. The same rules apply to a cyclist as to other vehicles. B. You need to change lanes with less consideration since cyclists will always stop for vehicles. C. You need to change lanes with less consideration since cyclists will always stop for vehicles. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. The same rules apply to a cyclist as to other vehicles. Explanation. When passing a cyclist, follow the same lane-changing rules as you would for other vehicles. Ensure a safe distance, check mirrors and blind spots, and signal your intention before changing lanes. Always give cyclists enough space to ride safely. Question 14. What do you need to look out for while making a right turn with cyclists alongside you? A. A shoulder check to see your blind spots to the left. B. A shoulder check to see your blind spots to the right. C. A shoulder check to see your blind spots in the center. D. All of the above. The correct answer is B. A shoulder check to see your blind spots to the right. Explanation. When preparing to turn right, always watch for cyclists who may be riding alongside your vehicle. Before turning, perform a right side shoulder check to ensure there are no cyclists in your blind spots. Question 15. What should you check for before moving your vehicle away from the curb? A. Blind spots and oncoming traffic. B. The speedometer. C. The fuel level. D. The temperature outside. The correct answer is A. Blind spots and oncoming traffic. Explanation. Before moving away from the curb, always check your mirrors, blind spots, and for any oncoming traffic, including cyclists and pedestrians. Question 16. Why should a vehicle avoid following too closely behind cyclists? A. Cyclists can stop suddenly without warning. B. Cyclists ride unpredictably. C. Cyclists do not have brake lights to signal when they are stopping. D. All of the above. The correct answer is C. Cyclists do not have brake lights to signal when they are stopping. Explanation. Unlike motor vehicles, bicycles do not have brake lights to signal when they are slowing down or stopping. This makes it difficult for drivers to anticipate sudden stops, increasing the risk of a collision. Question 17. Why should you be alert for children on bicycles? A. They don't know how to ride a bicycle. B. They may lack the necessary knowledge and skills for safe cycling around traffic. C. They might not be aware of all the dangers on the road. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. Explanation. Children on bicycles may not have the experience or awareness to navigate traffic safely. They might make unpredictable movements, struggle with balance, or fail to recognize potential hazards. As a driver, staying alert and giving them extra space can help prevent accidents. Question 18. When are cyclists allowed to take their hands off the hand grips? A. Whenever they feel like. B. When they are hand signaling. C. When making a U-turn. D. When making a left turn. The correct answer is B. When they are hand signaling. Explanation. Cyclists should always keep both hands on the hand grips for better control and stability. However, they are allowed to take one hand off when using hand signals to indicate turns or stops, as required by traffic laws. Question 19. What should your bicycle definitely have? A. Well-functioning brakes. B. A bell or horn. C. A tail light. D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D. Both A and B. Explanation. A bicycle must have properly working brakes for safe stopping and control. Additionally, a bell or horn must be present for alerting pedestrians and other road users. These safety features help prevent accidents and improve visibility on the road. Question 20. On which part of the lane do motorcyclists often travel? A. The left portion of their lane. B. The right portion of their lane. C. The center portion of their lane. D. They can drive anywhere they want. The correct answer is A. The left portion of their lane. Explanation. Motorcycle riders often travel in the left portion of their lane because it provides better visibility, allows them to avoid road debris, and makes them more noticeable to other drivers. This positioning also helps them maintain a safe distance from vehicles that might enter their lane. Question 21. Why do motorcyclists typically ride in the left portion of their lane? A. To prepare for a left turn ahead. B. To prepare for a right turn ahead. C. To increase their visibility to other road users. D. All of the above. The correct answer is C. To increase their visibility to other road users. Explanation. Motorcyclists often position themselves in the left portion of their lane to enhance their visibility to other drivers. This strategic positioning helps reduce the risk of accidents by making them more noticeable in traffic, especially in situations where they might otherwise be overlooked. Question 22. Why is it unsafe to share a lane with a motorcycle rider? A. Motorcycles are larger than other vehicles. B. Motorcyclists require the full lane to travel safely. C. Motorcyclists are not paying attention to their surroundings. D. All of the above. The correct answer is B. Motorcyclists require the full lane to travel safely. Explanation. Sharing a lane with a motorcycle rider is unsafe because they need the entire lane to maneuver effectively and avoid hazards, such as potholes, debris, or sudden changes in traffic flow. Question 23. Why do motorcyclists often move within their lane while riding? A. To enjoy a more dynamic riding experience. B. To avoid road hazards like potholes, debris, or oil spills. C. To follow traffic laws that require lane changes. D. To reduce fuel consumption by taking shorter routes. The correct answer is B. To avoid road hazards like potholes, debris, or oil spills. Explanation. Motorcyclists frequently adjust their position within their lane to avoid road hazards such as potholes, debris, or oil spills, which can be particularly dangerous for two-wheeled vehicles. Question 24. Why should you maintain extra space between your vehicle and a motorcycle ahead of you? A. Because motorcycles can stop much faster than cars. B. Because motorcycles are more likely to slip on the road. C. Because motorcycles are prone to breaking down suddenly. D. Because motorcycles stop more slowly than other vehicles. The correct answer is A. Because motorcycles can stop much faster than cars. Explanation. It's important to leave extra space between your vehicle and a motorcycle because motorcycles can stop much more quickly than cars. This additional space provides you with enough time to react and avoid a collision if the motorcyclist brakes suddenly. Question 25. What is the default speed limit in urban areas, towns, and villages when no speed limit sign is visible? A. 30 km per hour. B. 50 km per hour. C. 60 km per hour. D. 80 km per hour. The correct answer is B. 50 km per hour. Explanation. In urban areas, towns, and villages where no speed limit sign is posted, the default speed limit is typically 50 km per hour. This limit is designed to ensure the safety of pedestrians, cyclists, and other road users in densely populated areas. Question 26. What does it mean when a pedestrian is carrying a white cane? A. The pedestrian is exempt from road rules. B. The pedestrian requires assistance from others. C. The pedestrian is visually impaired. D. The pedestrian is hearing impaired. The correct answer is C. The pedestrian is visually impaired. Explanation. A white cane is a symbol used by individuals who are visually impaired. It indicates that the pedestrian may have difficulty seeing and requires extra caution from drivers and other road users. Question 27. What is the minimum seating capacity required for a vehicle to be classified as a bus? A. 10. B. 15. C. 20. D. 25. The correct answer is A. 10. Explanation. A vehicle is considered a bus if it has a minimum seating capacity of 10 people, including the driver. Question 28. How much space should you maintain between your vehicle and large vehicles while driving? A. Minimal space is needed. B. As much space as possible is required. C. You should avoid driving near large vehicles altogether. D. Maintain adequate space at all times. The correct answer is D. Maintain adequate space at all times. Explanation. It is important to keep adequate space between your vehicle and large vehicles, such as trucks or buses, for safety reasons. Large vehicles have larger blind spots, require more distance to stop, and may create wind turbulence. Question 29. Why should you avoid moving into the space in front of a large vehicle approaching a traffic light? A. The driver may need that space to stop safely if the light turns red. B. The driver will have enough space to stop even if you move in front. C. The driver does not require extra space to stop, regardless of the situation. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. The driver may need that space to stop safely if the light turns red. Explanation. You should never move into the space in front of a large vehicle approaching a traffic light. Large vehicles, such as trucks or buses, require more distance to stop safely. If the light changes to red, the driver may need that extra space to come to a complete stop, and moving in front of them could leave them without enough room, increasing the risk of a collision. Question 30. Why is it important to leave extra space behind a large vehicle when stopped on a hill? A. The large vehicle may roll forward when the driver releases the brakes. B. The large vehicle may roll backward when the driver releases the brakes. C. The large vehicle might not stop at the red light. D. The large vehicle does not need to stop at a red light. The correct answer is B. The large vehicle may roll backward when the driver releases the brakes. Explanation. When stopping behind a large vehicle on a hill, it's important to leave extra space because the vehicle may roll backward when the driver releases the brakes. Question 31. Why should you be cautious around a large vehicle that is backing up? A. If you are too close behind, the driver may not be able to see you in the rearview mirrors. B. If you are too far away, the driver may not be able to see you in the rearview mirrors. C. If you are too close behind, the driver will be able to see you in the rearview mirrors. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. If you are too close behind, the driver may not be able to see you in the rearview mirrors. Explanation. You must be cautious around a large vehicle that is backing up. If you are too close behind, the driver may not see you in their rearview mirrors due to blind spots. Question 32. How can you determine if you are in the blind spot of a large vehicle? A. It's impossible to know, you can never be sure. B. If you cannot see both of the large vehicle's side mirrors, you are too close. C. If you can see both of the large vehicle's side mirrors, you are too close. D. If you cannot see both sides of the large vehicle, you are too close. The correct answer is B. If you cannot see both of the large vehicle's side mirrors, you are too close. Explanation. Large vehicles have significant blind spots, especially directly behind them. If you are driving behind a large vehicle and cannot see both of its side mirrors, you are likely in its blind spot and too close. Question 33. How can you confirm that the driver of a large vehicle can see you? A. If you can't see the driver in the side mirror, the driver can see you. B. If you can't see the driver in the side mirror, the driver can't see you. C. If you can see the driver in the side mirror, the driver can see you. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. If you can see the driver in the side mirror, the driver can see you. Explanation. To make sure the driver of a large vehicle can see you, check if you can see the driver's face in their side mirror. If you can see the driver in the mirror, it means they can likely see you as well. Question 34. When is it safe to pass a large vehicle? A. When you are sure that you have enough time to complete the pass safely. B. When you are sure you have enough distance to complete the pass safely. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. Explanation. Only pass a large vehicle when you have enough time and distance to complete the maneuver safely. Large vehicles take longer to pass, so ensure the road ahead is clear and you can return to your lane without cutting them off or risking a collision. Question 35. Why should you leave extra room before returning to your lane in front of a heavy commercial vehicle? A. It is heavier and might topple over. B. It requires more distance to slow or stop. C. It requires less distance to slow or stop. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. It requires more distance to slow or stop. Explanation. Heavy commercial vehicles take longer to slow down or stop due to their size and weight. When passing one, always leave extra space before merging back into the lane to ensure the driver has enough stopping distance and to avoid cutting them off. Question 36. What should you do if a large vehicle is turning right in front of you? A. You should not drive behind a large vehicle at all. B. Stay nearby and drive in the space on the right of the large vehicle. C. Stay well back and do not drive in the space on the right of the large vehicle. D. Leave a car space and drive behind the large vehicle. The correct answer is C. Stay well back and do not drive in the space on the right of the large vehicle. Explanation. When a large vehicle is making a right turn, stay well back and avoid driving in the space to its right. Large vehicles often need extra room and may swing wide before completing the turn. If you enter the space beside them, you risk being squeezed between the vehicle and the curb. Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it. Question 37. Where should your vehicle not be squeezed when a large vehicle is turning right? A. Between a large vehicle and the curb or edge of the road. B. Between any small vehicle and the curb or edge of the road. C. Between a large vehicle and a small vehicle. D. You can drive anywhere and near anything you want to. The correct answer is A. Between a large vehicle and the curb or edge of the road. Explanation. When a large vehicle is turning right, stay well back and avoid driving in the space to its right. If you position your vehicle between the large vehicle and the curb or edge of the road, you could get squeezed as the truck completes its turn. Always give large vehicles extra space to maneuver safely. Question 38. Where should you stop at an intersection when a large vehicle is turning onto the road you are on? A. Stop right at the intersection to allow the operator space to complete the turn. B. Stop back from the intersection to allow the operator space to complete the turn. C. Stop a little ahead of the intersection to allow the operator space to complete the turn. D. Stop far ahead of the intersection to allow the operator space to complete the turn. The correct answer is B. Stop back from the intersection to allow the operator space to complete the turn. Explanation. When a large vehicle is turning onto your road, the driver may need to cross the center line, cut a corner, or use part of your lane to complete the turn. Stopping back from the intersection gives them enough space to maneuver safely and prevents a potential collision. Question 39. How do drivers of oversized vehicles or convoys typically handle traffic behind them? A. They do not yield to traffic due to their size. B. They allow larger vehicles to pass but block smaller vehicles. C. They look for opportunities to let traffic pass safely. D. It depends on the flow of traffic behind them. The correct answer is C. They look for opportunities to let traffic pass safely. Explanation. Drivers of oversized vehicles or convoys are usually aware of the traffic behind them and look for safe opportunities, such as wider lanes or pull-off areas, to allow other vehicles to pass. Question 40. What should drivers do when attempting to pass an oversized vehicle or convoy? A. Wait for the driver ahead to signal that it's safe to pass. B. Ensure they have enough space to maneuver around the oversized vehicle or convoy. C. Confirm they have a clear sight line to check for oncoming traffic. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. Explanation. When passing an oversized vehicle or convoy, drivers should ensure they have enough space to maneuver safely and a clear sight line to check for oncoming traffic. Question 41. Why should you exercise caution when you see large vehicles backing up? A. Large vehicles do not have efficient brakes. B. Large vehicles have large blind spots. C. Large vehicles do not have side mirrors. D. Large vehicles do not have rear mirrors. The correct answer is B. Large vehicles have large blind spots. Explanation. Large vehicles, such as trucks or buses, have substantial blind spots, especially when backing up. This makes it difficult for drivers to see nearby pedestrians, cyclists, or other vehicles. Question 42. When is it unsafe to pass a log hauling truck? A. When the truck is turning left on a normal road. B. When the truck is turning left or right off the highway. C. Always, under any circumstance. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. When the truck is turning left or right off the highway. Explanation. It's unsafe to pass a log hauling truck when it's turning left or right off the highway, as these turns require extra space and could block your path. Question 43. How long can the extension of the logs from the rear of a log hauling truck be? A. 9 meters. B. 10 meters. C. 11 meters. D. 12 meters. The correct answer is A. 9 meters. Explanation. The extension of the logs from the rear of a log hauling truck can be as long as 9 meters, 30 feet. Question 44. What do large vehicles require compared to smaller vehicles? A. More space for turning only. B. More time and space for starting, stopping, and turning. C. Wider lanes. D. More time for stopping only. The correct answer is B. More time and space for starting, stopping, and turning. Explanation. Large vehicles, such as trucks or buses, require more time and space than smaller vehicles for starting, stopping, and turning due to their size and weight. Question 45. Why is it unsafe to drive behind a log hauling truck when it is turning left or right? A. It is not unsafe to drive behind them. B. When these trucks are turning, the logs can fall off and hurt someone. C. When these trucks are turning, the logs can block all or some of the lanes of the highway. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. When these trucks are turning, the logs can block all or some of the lanes of the highway. Explanation. It is unsafe to drive behind a log hauling truck when it is turning left or right because the logs can block all or some of the lanes on the highway. Question 46. When turning, in which lane does a log hauling truck typically drive? A. It may require all lanes of the highway. B. It uses only one lane to turn. C. It does not turn on the highway. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. It may require all lanes of the highway. Explanation. Log hauling trucks are large and may need to use multiple lanes to complete a turn, especially when hauling long logs. Question 47. What is the maximum speed at which school buses are operated? A. 90 km per hour or more. B. 80 km per hour or more. C. 80 km per hour or less. D. 90 km per hour or less. The correct answer is D. 90 km per hour or less. Explanation. School buses are typically operated at a maximum speed of 90 km per hour or less for the safety of children and other road users. Question 48. What should you do when you see a school bus flashing amber lights on an undivided highway? A. Prepare to overtake the school bus. B. Get ready to stop. C. Speed up and change lanes. D. Slow down and change lanes. The correct answer is B. Get ready to stop. Explanation. When a school bus is flashing amber lights on an undivided highway, one without a median, it signals that the bus is about to stop. You must slow down and be ready to stop, whether you are approaching the bus from the front or the rear. Question 49. What do alternating flashing amber lights on a school bus mean? A. That the school bus is going to start flashing alternating red lights and will stop to allow students to get on or off. B. That the school is nearby. C. That the school bus is going to speed up and overtake you. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. That the school bus is going to start flashing alternating red lights and will stop to allow students to get on or off. Explanation. Flashing amber lights on a school bus serve as a warning that the bus is about to stop and activate its red lights. When the red lights start flashing, the bus is stopping to let students board or exit, and you must be prepared to stop. Question 50. What do flashing alternating red lights on a school bus mean? A. That the school bus is going to speed up. B. Bet the school bus is going to slow down. C. Bet the school bus is going to stop to allow students to get on and off. D. It can mean any of the above. The correct answer is C. Bet the school bus is going to stop to allow students to get on and off. Explanation. Flashing alternating red lights on a school bus indicate that the bus is stopping to allow students to get on or off. You must stop your vehicle in both directions when these lights are flashing. Question 51. Should you pass a school bus that has its alternating amber lights flashing? A. No, you should not. B. You should pass it with caution. C. You should pass it quickly. D. If there is traffic behind you, don't pass it and vice versa. The correct answer is B. You should pass it with caution. Explanation. When a school bus has its alternating amber lights flashing, it is preparing to stop. While passing is allowed, you must do so with extreme caution, as the bus may soon activate its red lights and stop sign, requiring all traffic to halt. Question 52. Which lanes should stop for a school bus on a two-lane undivided highway? A. Only the lane in which the school bus is driving. B. Only the lane opposite to the school bus. C. Both lanes must stop. D. No lane needs to stop. The correct answer is C. Both lanes must stop. Explanation. On a two-lane undivided highway, traffic in both directions must stop when a school bus has its red lights flashing and stop sign extended for the safety of children crossing the road to board or exit the bus. Question 53. Which lanes should stop for a school bus on a four-lane undivided highway? A. Only the lanes going in the same direction as the school bus. B. Only the lanes going in the opposite direction of the school bus. C. No lanes need to stop. D. All four lanes must stop. The correct answer is D. All four lanes must stop. Explanation. On a four-lane undivided highway, all lanes, both in the same direction and the opposite direction of the school bus, must stop when the bus has its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. Question 54. On a highway divided by a median, which vehicles must stop for a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Only vehicles behind the school bus. B. Vehicles in all lanes, both directions. C. Only vehicles in front of the school bus. D. No vehicle need to stop. The correct answer is A. Only vehicles behind the school bus. Explanation. On a highway divided by a median, only vehicles traveling in the same direction as the school bus, those behind it, must stop when the bus has its red lights flashing and stop sign extended. Vehicles on the opposite side of the median are not required to stop, as the median acts as a safety barrier. Question 55. Apart from flashing red lights, what other indication shows that a school bus has stopped for students? A. Flashing amber lights. B. A stop sign extended from the left side of the bus. C. A stop sign extended from the right side of the bus. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. A stop sign extended from the left side of the bus. Explanation. When a school bus stops for students, it not only activates its flashing red lights but also extends a stop sign from the left side of the bus. This serves as a clear visual signal for drivers to stop for the safety of children boarding or exiting the bus. Question 56. How far must you stop from a school bus when its red lights are flashing? A. 10 meters, about 1 car length. B. 15 meters, about 3 to 4 car lengths. C. 20 meters, about 4 to 5 car lengths. D. 25 meters, about 5 to 6 car lengths. The correct answer is C. 20 meters, about 4 to 5 car lengths. Explanation. When a school bus has its red lights flashing, you must come to a full stop at least 20 meters, about 4 to 5 car lengths, away. Question 57. Why is it important to stop at a safe distance behind a school bus with flashing lights? A. To allow children to board or exit the bus without stress. B. To enable the bus driver to assist children safely. C. Both A and B. D. So that drivers behind you can see the flashing lights and students crossing the road. The correct answer is D. So that drivers behind you can see the flashing lights and students crossing the road. Explanation. Stopping at a safe distance, about 20 meters, behind a school bus ensures that drivers behind you can clearly see the bus's flashing lights and any children crossing the road. Question 58. How long should you stop behind a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Until you no longer see students boarding or exiting. B. For as long as you choose. C. Until the flashing red lights turn off and the stop sign is retracted. D. All of the above. The correct answer is C. Until the flashing red lights turn off and the stop sign is retracted. Explanation. You must remain stopped behind a school bus until the alternating flashing red lights are turned off and the stop sign on the driver's side is no longer extended. Question 59. What should you do when approaching a school bus with flashing amber or red lights from the front on a divided highway? A. Proceed with caution and watch for pedestrians. B. Stop your vehicle immediately. C. Speed up and pass the bus quickly. D. Follow the same rules as on an undivided highway. The correct answer is A. Proceed with caution and watch for pedestrians. Explanation. On a divided highway, if you are approaching a school bus with flashing amber or red lights from the front, you may proceed with caution. However, you must remain alert and watch for pedestrians crossing the road. Question 60. When does a school zone end? A. 500 meters from the start of the zone. B. 250 meters from the start of the zone. C. 150 meters from the start of the zone. D. A traffic sign indicates a higher speed limit or the end of the zone. The correct answer is D. A traffic sign indicates a higher speed limit or the end of the zone. Explanation. A school zone typically ends when you see a traffic sign indicating either a higher speed limit or the official end of the zone. Relying on specific distances, e.g., 150, 250, or 500 meters, is not accurate, as school zone lengths can vary. Question 61. What can snowplows create while clearing snow from the roads? A. A snow cloud. B. A dirt cloud. C. A smelly cloud. D. Nothing. The correct answer is A. A snow cloud. Explanation. Snowplows often create a snow cloud while clearing roads, which can significantly reduce visibility for other drivers. Question 62. How can a driver know that a snowplow is working ahead? A. They have flashing amber and red lights for visibility. B. They have flashing red and purple lights for visibility. C. They have blue and green lights for visibility. D. They continuously honk their horn while working. The correct answer is A. They have flashing amber and red lights for visibility. Explanation. Snowplows are equipped with flashing amber and red lights to make them more visible to drivers. A helpful reminder is, flashing amber and red means snowplow ahead. Question 63. How should you drive behind a snowplow? A. Drive as you would behind any other vehicle. B. No need to maintain a following distance. C. Maintain a safe following distance. D. Speed up and overtake the snowplow. The correct answer is C. Maintain a safe following distance. Explanation. When driving behind a snowplow, it's crucial to maintain a safe following distance. Snowplows often create snow clouds that reduce visibility, and they may stop or move slowly. Keeping a safe distance ensures you have enough time to react and avoid potential accidents. Question 64. What is a safe following distance behind a snowplow? A. 1 meter. B. 2 meters. C. 3 meters. D. It is mentioned at the rear of the snowplow. The correct answer is D. It is mentioned at the rear of the snowplow. Explanation. Most maintenance vehicles will have a sign at the rear to let motorists know the minimum safe following distance. Question 65. How can you safely pass a snowplow? A. By speeding up and overtaking it. B. By waiting for the red light to overtake it. C. By passing when the snowplow moves to the side of the road to allow vehicles to pass. D. By passing whenever you get the opportunity. The correct answer is C. By passing when the snowplow moves to the side of the road to allow vehicles to pass. Explanation. Snowplow operators periodically move to the side of the road, approximately every 8 to 12 kilometers, to allow vehicles to pass safely. Always wait for this opportunity to pass, as attempting to overtake a snowplow in other situations can be dangerous due to reduced visibility and road conditions. Question 66. After what distance does a snowplow vehicle move to the side of the road? A. Every 5 to 8 kilometers. B. Every 8 to 10 kilometers. C. Every 8 to 12 kilometers. D. Every 12 to 20 kilometers. The correct answer is C. Every 8 to 12 kilometers. Explanation. Snowplow operators usually move to the side of the road every 8 to 12 kilometers, when it is safe, to allow vehicles to pass. Question 67. Why should you look ahead carefully when a snowplow is approaching from the opposite direction? A. An oncoming vehicle might be passing the snowplow using your lane. B. An oncoming vehicle might be passing the snowplow in the snowplow's lane. C. An oncoming vehicle might be speeding faster than the snowplow. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. An oncoming vehicle might be passing the snowplow using your lane. Explanation. When a snowplow is approaching from the opposite direction, always look ahead carefully in your lane. Another vehicle might be attempting to pass the snowplow and could enter your lane, creating a dangerous situation. Question 68. What do pavement markings like an X and/or a stop line indicate? A. They mark the approach to a railway crossing. B. They mark the approach to a school bus stop. C. They mark the approach to a heavy vehicle zone. D. They mark the approach to a light vehicle zone. The correct answer is A. They mark the approach to a railway crossing. Explanation. Pavement markings such as an X and/or a stop line are used to indicate the approach to a railway crossing. These markings serve as a visual warning for drivers to be cautious, look for trains, and prepare to stop if necessary. Question 69. Where should you stop for a train at a railway crossing? A. Exactly at the stop line. B. Exactly at the start line. C. After the stop line. D. Before the stop line. The correct answer is D. Before the stop line. Explanation. When stopping for a train at a railway crossing, you must stop before the stop line. This ensures you are at a safe distance from the tracks and allows enough space for the train to pass safely. Question 70. What does this sign indicate? A. There's a school bus crossing ahead. B. There's a railway crossing ahead. C. Do not use your cell phone while driving. D. There's a construction zone ahead. The correct answer is B. There's a railway crossing ahead. Explanation. This sign warns drivers of an upcoming railway crossing. It is essential to slow down, look both ways and proceed with caution. Question 71. What does this sign indicate? A. Look, listen, and reduce speed as you may need to stop for a train. B. Continue driving at your current speed. C. No trains are present at the crossing. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. Look, listen, and reduce speed as you may need to stop for a train. Explanation. This sign warns drivers to look, listen, and reduce speed because a railway crossing is ahead, and you may need to stop for an approaching train. Question 72. What should drivers do when they see a railway crossing sign? A. Yield to all emergency vehicles. B. Yield to all vehicles on the road. C. Both A and B. D. Yield to all trains. The correct answer is D. Yield to all trains. Explanation. A railway crossing sign warns drivers to yield to all trains. Trains cannot stop quickly, so drivers must always slow down, look, and listen before crossing the tracks. Question 73. When should you stop for a train? A. When a train is visible or sounding a signal and approaching within 500 meters. B. When the train is approaching within 400 meters of the crossing. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. When a train is visible or sounding a signal and approaching within 500 meters. Explanation. You must stop when a train is visible, sounding a signal, and approaching within 500 meters, about 5 city blocks, of the crossing. This ensures you have enough time to react and avoid any risk of collision. Question 74. What is the safest distance at which you should stop when a train is approaching? A. 300 meters from the crossing. B. 400 meters from the crossing. C. 500 meters from the crossing. D. 600 meters from the crossing. The correct answer is C. 500 meters from the crossing. Explanation. You must stop when a train is visible, sounding a signal, and approaching within 500 meters, approximately 5 city blocks, of the crossing to ensure safety and avoid accidents. Question 75. A stop sign at a railway crossing means you must come to a complete stop between A. 5 to 10 meters from the nearest rail. B. 5 to 15 meters from the nearest rail. C. 15 to 20 meters from the nearest rail. D. 20 to 30 meters from the nearest rail. The correct answer is B. 5 to 15 meters from the nearest rail. Explanation. A stop sign at a railway crossing means drivers must come to a complete stop at a safe distance, between 5 meters, 15 feet, and 15 meters, 50 feet, from the nearest rail, to check for approaching trains before proceeding. Question 76. The driver of the vehicle nearest the crossing must stop at least -meters away from the nearest rail. A. 4 meters. B. 5 meters. C. 6 meters. D. 7 meters. The correct answer is B. 5 meters. Explanation. The driver of the vehicle nearest the crossing must stop at least 5 meters away from the nearest rail. Question 77. Which of the following are used to mark railway crossings on public roads? A. A large red and white X sign. B. Red light signals. C. A barrier or gate. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. Railway crossings are marked using various warning methods, including a large red and white X sign, red light signals, and barriers or gates. These signs and signals alert drivers of the presence of a train for safety at crossings. Question 78. It is dashed to drive around, under, or through a railway gate or barrier while it is down, being lowered, or being raised. A. Illegal. B. Legal. C. Applauded. D. Permitted only in emergency. The correct answer is A. Illegal. Explanation. Driving around, under, or through a railway gate or barrier while it is down, being lowered, or being raised is illegal and dangerous. Question 79. What should vehicle drivers do when the red light begins to flash on this sign and a bell starts to ring? A. Get ready to go because a train is approaching. B. Stop because a train is approaching. C. Start because a train is approaching. D. It depends on what the speed of the train is. The correct answer is B. Stop because a train is approaching. Explanation. When the red lights flash and the bells ring at a railway crossing, it means a train is approaching. Drivers must come to a complete stop and wait until the signals stop before proceeding. Ignoring these warnings is dangerous and illegal. Question 80. What should you do if your vehicle stalls on a railway crossing? A. Try to restart your vehicle and move it off the tracks. B. Get everyone out of the vehicle. C. Move everyone away from the tracks immediately. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. Explanation. If your vehicle stalls on a railway crossing, prioritize safety by getting all passengers out of the vehicle and moving them away from the tracks immediately. Do not waste time trying to restart the vehicle, as an approaching train could pose a serious danger. Question 81. How long should you wait at a railway crossing after a train has passed? A. Until the signal lights stop flashing. B. Until the gate or barrier rises completely. C. Both A and B. D. Until another train arrives. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. Explanation. After a train has passed, wait at the railway crossing until the signal lights stop flashing and the gate or barrier, if present, has fully risen. This ensures the tracks are clear and it is safe to proceed. Question 82. In which two cities are light rail transit (LRT) crossings similar to traditional railway crossings? A. Drumheller and Bassano. B. Calgary and Drumheller. C. Calgary and Edmonton. D. Edmonton and Milk River. The correct answer is C. Calgary and Edmonton. Explanation. Light rail transit (LRT) crossings in Calgary and Edmonton are similar to traditional railway crossings. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists must exercise caution, obey signals, and make sure the tracks are clear before crossing. Question 83. What are the safety requirements for light rail transit (LRT) crossings? A. There are no specific requirements. B. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists must use caution at these crossings. C. Pedestrians can cross whenever they want. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists must use caution at these crossings. Explanation. Light rail transit (LRT) crossings require pedestrians, cyclists, and motorists to exercise caution, just as they would at traditional railway crossings. This includes obeying signals, looking both ways, and making sure the tracks are clear before crossing to avoid accidents. Question 84. What sort of warning devices do light rail transits use? A. Regular traffic lights. B. Signs and bells. C. Gates. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. Light rail transit (LRT) systems are powered by electricity, making them quiet and harder to hear. To ensure safety at crossings, LRTs use a variety of warning devices, including regular traffic signal lights, signs, bells, and gates. These devices help alert drivers and pedestrians to stop and avoid crossing the tracks. Question 85. What do the warning devices and signs at a light rail transit crossing indicate? A. Stop and do not cross the tracks. B. Start and cross the tracks. C. Tell the vehicles to speed up and cross the tracks. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. Stop and do not cross the tracks. Explanation. Light rail transit (LRT) systems are powered by electricity, making them quiet and harder to hear. At LRT crossings, you will encounter warning devices such as traffic signal lights, signs, bells, and gates, all of which are designed to signal stop and not cross the tracks for your safety. Question 86. How long can an LRT, light rail transit, train take to stop in an emergency? A. 300 meters. B. 200 meters. C. 100 meters. D. 50 meters. The correct answer is C. 100 meters. Explanation. Due to its weight and speed, a train may take up to 100 meters, 330 feet, to stop in an emergency. Question 87. How should you drive your vehicle when part of a funeral procession? A. Follow your instincts when approaching intersections. B. Stop at red traffic lights, even if others in the procession do not. C. Follow the procession through intersections with stop signs or red lights without stopping. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Follow the procession through intersections with stop signs or red lights without stopping. Explanation. When driving in a funeral procession, you may follow the procession through intersections controlled by stop signs or red traffic lights without stopping, provided it is safe to do so. Question 88. What precautions should you take when crossing railway tracks as part of a funeral procession? A. Keep your headlights on, follow immediately behind the vehicle ahead, and proceed only if it's safe. B. Keep your headlights off, follow immediately behind the vehicle ahead, and proceed only if it's safe. C. Keep your headlights on, follow 3 cars behind the vehicle ahead, and proceed only if it's safe. D. Proceed whenever you feel it's safe. The correct answer is A. Keep your headlights on, follow immediately behind the vehicle ahead, and proceed only if it's safe. Explanation: when crossing railway tracks in a funeral procession, ensure your headlights are on, follow closely behind the vehicle ahead, and proceed only if it is safe to do so. Question 89. What should you do if you encounter a funeral procession on railway tracks? A. Overtake the procession and proceed ahead. B. Join the procession. C. Do not pass through or interrupt the procession. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Do not pass through or interrupt the procession. Explanation: when you encounter a funeral procession, especially on railway tracks, you should never pass through or interrupt it. Yield the right-of-way and wait respectfully until the procession has completely passed. Question 90. What should you do if you encounter a funeral procession crossing railway tracks ahead of you? A. Yield the right-of-way and wait until the procession has completely passed. B. Overtake the procession and proceed ahead. C. Request the procession to make way for you. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. Yield the right-of-way and wait until the procession has completely passed. Explanation: when approaching a funeral procession crossing railway tracks, you must yield the right-of-way and wait until the entire procession has passed before proceeding.